Oh, well, hello there. I know it's been a while. Unfortunately, I was just kind of in a hiatus of not knowing what to discuss on this channel for a little bit. I was waiting for a topic that, I was actually passionate about and everything. And lucky me, I found it. So, anyway, let's get into the introduction. If If you're new to my channel, thank you much. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for checking out my channel or coming back if you have already been watching me. I am an extra train wreck. God, I took I think almost a month, maybe a full month off, and now I've become even more of a moron. Didn't think that was possible, but it is. Anyway, let's just slide into the video. I don't want to make this video super long or super rambly. I say that now, but we'll just see how it goes. So I believe it was yesterday, I saw a video that Spill Session put out about Tana Mongeau. Like, it was titled something about she can't stop lying or something like that, which didn't really shock me, but I feel like it's kind of nice for me to put on Spill Sesh whenever I'm doing something like cooking or as of lately packing because I'm getting ready to move soon. So happy about life. But I clicked on that video, only half listening in the beginning, and I saw that Tana Mongeau had come to Colorado for Christmas, which is just so annoying because I feel like we finally got our numbers somewhat down. We were doing pretty terribly. And the fact that people from LA want to come to Denver when, I feel like it's not even just about health anymore. Yes, I worry about people who could get infected, but it's also the fact that by you traveling continuously and just not caring, and we all know you're not going to quarantine when you leave. You probably didn't quarantine while you were here. And it's annoying. Like, businesses are just now talking about opening, like restaurants, bars. They're just now talking about opening up to like a 25% capacity because they had to close and only do takeout. And it's just like we finally got it to the point where, we could have some of these restrictions lifted. We could have people returning to work or getting a new job. And you have to come here and just, like whatever you want to do in LA, that's fine. I don't even care anymore. You're not going to listen to anyone calling you out. All these influencers are going to continue doing whatever they want. I feel bad for the people who aren't participating in spreading COVID, but I feel like at this point, you want to do your thing, infect each other. All you influencers, I don't wish COVID on anyone. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. But I feel like maybe don't bring your blatant disregard of other humans on this planet to another city. We don't need you. We don't want you, okay? Sorry about it. If it would have been any other influencer, I probably would have been disappointed. Like, say if it was somebody that I actually enjoyed watching or wasn't problematic or whatever, I'd still be kind of annoyed in a way where it's just kind of like, maybe don't promote traveling during this time. There are a lot of people who didn't get to spend the holidays with family, and it's just like you blatantly are just throwing in people's faces that they couldn't spend like basically this entire year with their loved ones or have lost loved ones. It's just the blatant disregard that I've seen that these influencers have of other people is just, it shouldn't be, but it's shocking. Does anybody else feel that way? Is it just me? I don't know. And I feel like the other thing that just really bothers me about the whole situation is she puts on a story or whatever where she's like, oh, we had to say that we were leaving Denver because we were getting death threats, but really we went to a hotel instead of like a wherever they were staying. And it's just like, I'm sorry. Okay, first off, little thing, I don't condone death threats. I think that's too much. I can understand why people are angry, but death threats, a little much. But honey, no one feels bad for you. You would blatantly, except for maybe the people who are 12 years old or who blatantly don't care about anybody else too. Maybe they feel bad for you, but everyone else is fed up with you right now, okay? When I was watching that and I saw the thing about the death threats, yeah, like, again, I don't condone that. Whoever was doing that, that's messed up. That's too far. But don't sit there and try to make people feel sorry for you. Oh, I'm so sorry that you were uncomfortable while you were staying at whatever, be it like Airbnb or wherever you were at, and you had to move to a hotel. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Excuse me. No. Let's wake up and think here for a little bit. Compared to your little sob story about your vacation not being as relaxing as you wanted it to be. Come on, dude. There are so many people that had to just sit at home and just, I don't know, like be upset that they weren't with family. I don't get it. Just the entitlement. And then the fact that they flew from here back to LA to Miami. Just the blatant disregard. And Spill Sesh said in her video, she was like, they put a mandatory quarantine for 10 days, which I don't think is enough, but whatever, in LA when you return. And she even said, she was like, do you really think any of these people are going to quarantine for 10 days? No, they couldn't be bothered to stay home at all this entire year. And yet the thing that gets me, and this might sound too ranty to some people, but I don't care. I'm fed up. I've been sitting around watching people party and not care about businesses failing, or you know, they're using the excuse, oh, we're a content creator, we need to party, we need to go out. No, you don't, okay? And then for everybody who's like, oh, we're getting rapidly tested, you're a jerk, honestly, just rubbing that wealth in people's faces, because there are a ton of people out there who don't know when they're getting their next meal, they're missing loved ones. I've said that numerous times. I know, I get it. But it's just so ignorant. And then there's the whole thing about some of the people from the Hype House going to the Bahamas and everything, and they're trying to hide that and whatnot. And you know what? I felt bad for Charlie and Dixie when people were canceling them. And I'm not saying cancel them. They're kids. I feel like all of these Hype House kids, I feel like they still don't understand how big of a platform they have and how big of an influence they have on other people. However, my problem is that you blatantly know what you're doing is wrong because you're not posting TikToks or pictures of yourselves out. Fans are posting pictures of you. And so, like, you know, obviously people are going to be upset with you for traveling during a pandemic, especially, again, I know I've said it numerous times, you want make it a drinking game for how many times I mentioned people couldn't spend the holidays with their family because you're just rubbing it in people's faces right now. And I'm sick of it. I know by me saying something isn't going to change anything, but I'm annoyed. I'm sick of just watching it and telling myself when I see these people continuing to party, going, no, don't make a rant video. Enough people are doing it, or it's not going to change anything, or whatever. I keep telling myself this, and today was just the last straw for me. Actually, yesterday was, but I didn't want to make a video on New Year's Eve. I just didn't feel like doing it. Gonna be 100% honest. I had a lot of other stuff that I had to do. But you know, and even today this is gonna be like the trademark for my channel. Today I wasn't gonna make a video either, but I just felt my blood boiling the more I watched of these influencers just going out. And it wasn't even like I was searching for this stuff. Spill Sesh, I watched her video about the D'Amelios and the other Hype House people going to the Bahamas. And then after that, you know, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna watch like content that I enjoy. And I watched Smokey Glow's video about who to stan in 2021 and who not to. And then she brought up people partying and was already annoyed yesterday about it. And then Def Noodles, he made a video about it earlier. It's just been a recurring theme, whether or not I've been actively searching to watch anything about it. And I'm irritated. The podcast I was on before, we talked about how influencers like this are making it so much more difficult for people in the hospitality, travel industry, even service industry in general. You're ruining people's careers. I don't know if anyone cares about that anymore. I feel like this year just really taught me how selfish people can be, and I don't know. I'm not saying that for everybody. I have seen quite a few people, you know, really go to bat for friends and family and everything, but I mean influencers. The thing that really gets me is they continue to get away with it. A few people talk about it, but they continue to get their coin and their views, and they do, you know, do you really think by you tweeting a couple things, do you really think me making this video or anybody who's made a video about it is gonna change anything? Just calling them out, they don't care. I don't know, maybe let's boycott them for a little bit. Let them learn. Hurt their money. That's the only thing they're gonna listen to is the money. I don't know. Just a thought. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video on there. I'm sorry if this became too much of a rant, but I'm sick and tired of watching people just get away with it. And Smokey Glow even said in her video, she was like, they continue to get away with it because people will stand them no matter what, which I just don't understand. And she even brought up another good point where influencers who don't get into drama all the time or don't make as many mistakes don't get near enough credit like these idiots do. So maybe let's shift our attention from the problem people who clearly don't care about anybody but themselves. I don't know, just a thought. Or maybe let's actually demand people to be better. I'm sorry, I'm annoyed. I feel like this year I've already had to give up so much in my life, and I know a lot of other people who have as well, and it's hard. I'm not just mad for me, I'm mad for other people. I'm mad for people who have lost family members to this. I'm mad for people who, you know, have had to stay away from their loved ones, or who have had COVID, or who have lost jobs as well because of COVID. And then you have people like this who basically just make a mockery over it. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm sorry again if it was too ranty, but this is just going to be raw footage again. I'm not editing it. I'm not going to do it because this is how I feel. And I'm sorry if that offends anybody. But I don't know. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm sick of it. I'm mad, and I just want to know if anybody is as irritated as I am. Honestly. Anyway, yeah, leave your thoughts below. If you enjoy the ramblings of psychotic 31-year-old mess, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate it. If not, that's fine. Thank you for just hearing me out. And yeah, whatever. Bye, guys.